cycling sugar. So we want to definitely continue to work on that, which again sounds like you are with the ketogenic diet. We may want to assist in that. We'll talk about that
Now,
in a little bit.
if I am pre-diabetic as well, can that also be why COVID-19 had its
Hit
way
you
with
harder.
Hit me harder,
It's
yeah.
possible. I mean, that's all stuff that we're gathering now. So we'll probably know more about that in about a year or so as to why certain folks were more susceptible than others. We do also know you have that history of asthma, which is probably playing a bigger role than the diabetes. There's going to be studies on genetics and ethnicity, and I mean, there's going to be so many different things they're going to start looking at to find out why all people are affected differently. So yeah, I mean, diabetes or pre-diabetes doesn't help any condition. It makes everything a little bit worse. So we definitely want to look at this at some point. Vitamin D right now is way too high. 215. We don't want to see you really over about 80.
So I want to slow down on that?
Yeah, we need to back way down your vitamin D. So my question to you is, how much vitamin D are you taking?
Probably like 30,000
Okay.
IUs to 40,000 a day.
The cool part is that it did bring it up in your blood, but now it's a little bit too high, and it's probably going to start causing negative side effects. Like you'll start to harbor a little more calcium than you're supposed to.
Okay.
And it'll start to change the way that the muscles fire. So this could be another part of your problem too, is just too much vitamin D.
Okay.
Too much of a good thing, if you will. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a full week off vitamin D.
Okay.
And I'll write all this down for you. Okay. Any questions so far?
Nope, not yet.
C-reactive protein, they put the word cardiac here, and it is involved in the cardiovascular inflammatory response, but it's still head-to-toe inflammation. And right now, 0.77 is pretty good. Ideally, we like to see it below 0.5 or better, but anything below 1 we're cool with, especially in a case like yours. I'm really happy with that particular one. This is an interesting marker here called lactate dehydrogenase, or shortened with LDH. This looks at tissue breakdown. Okay. So it's all different parts of the body. It's skeletal muscle, it's brain, it's heart. So we don't know right now exactly where it's coming from because we didn't run what's called isoenzymes, which we will do in a few weeks.
Okay.
But right now we do see that your LDH is elevated at 321, which is significant, right? So we could be looking at some tissue damage, or we could be looking at a faulty sample because of the vitamin C. So we're not going to invest too much energy or time into this particular one because, again, it could be from your vitamin C therapy, which we're also going to have you back down on slightly.
Okay.
Questions?
No.
Cool. GGT is historically kind of a liver, gallbladder, pancreas marker, and it looks at glutathione wasting, essentially, which is an antioxidant, which you know about because you've taken it orally. We did the nebulizer. Right now at 11, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
Creatine kinase is very similar to LDH in that it looks at tissue breakdown. The good news is this guy was in complete normal range at 152. That's why we're thinking this might be faulty because of the vitamin C. So
because of this guy.
Because this guy is normal.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, we always kind of double check our work, if you will, with some of these other markers. So this one at face value is kind of scary at 321, but being that this one is completely normal, it kind of calms us down a little bit, and we think we want to give that a little time, and then we'll rerun that one.
Okay.
So creatine kinase at 152, again, a tissue breakdown marker, looks excellent.
Now, vitamin C, vitamin C can make that high?
So vitamin C isn't necessarily causing damage to you. What it's doing is it's messing up your blood sample.
Okay.
Right? Remember Hannah just said that your blood looked really weird?
Yeah.
That's probably because of the vitamin C. So when it runs in the lab, your blood won't run as smoothly as it's supposed to, and sometimes
you won't get an accurate reading.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's kind of like painting cabinets. If you pull an old can in the back and it's separated and someone throws it in the gun and it doesn't hit the cabinets correctly.
Because it wasn't shaken properly. Yeah.
So same kind of concept here. So the sample may have not been able to process correctly because of how much vitamin C you had in your system.
Right.
We'll prove that to be wrong or right in a couple of weeks because we'll rerun that LDH marker.
Okay.
The last page has absolutely nothing on it, just a big waste of trees. Tells you where the sample was ran. It does say page 3 out of 3, so we do give you all 3 pages. That copy's for you.
Alrighty.
Okay.